Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us here at the Riverside Public Library. I'm Mr. Brian, and today for our summer reading program, Reading Colors Your World, we're going to be doing a stream/STEM activity, and you guessed it, we're going to be making slime. Slime, all right, woo! All right, I love your enthusiasm. But before we start, there's a few key things we're going to learn about making our slime. So the first thing we're going to need to make our slime is going to be some polyvinyl acetate. Polyvinyl acetate, or PVA. I have a question. Where can you find polyvinyl acetate? That's a good question. So, polyvinyl acetate is most commonly found in glue. And I prefer white glue when I'm making my slime. You can use clear glue if you like. I just prefer the white glue when I make my slime. So we have our polyvinyl acetate. We're also going to add a little bit of water. And our last ingredient, does anybody know what our last ingredient is? That's right, we're going to need our activator. So the most common activator is going to be boron. And we find boron in borax. And when we're using borax for our activator, we always want to use 1 cup of water to 1 tablespoon of borax. That's how we're going to get our borax solution. Another common activator using boron is going to be our contact solution. But when you use contact solution, you want to add a pinch of baking soda. All right, but if you don't want to use any boron, you don't want to use borax or contact solution, another common activator, which is one of the activators we're going to be using today, is going to be liquid starch. Now when you add the polyvinyl acetate, white glue, plus water, plus our activator, either borax, contact solution, or liquid starch, we're going to get a chemical reaction. What's a chemical reaction? That's a good question. So a chemical reaction is when the molecules in our white glue, our water, and activator mix together and they form a new material, which is going to be our slime. All right, so is everybody ready for some slime? All right, let's make some slime. All right, time to make some slime. So our first slime today is going to be, we're going to use borax as our activator. So the materials we'll need a cup. So we could put our glue, our water. This is what we're going to make the slime in. I have a craft stick. We're going to need something to stir our slime. You can use a spoon, a fork, craft stick. I like to use something that's disposable, so once I'm done using it, I could throw it away. We're going to need our glue. So I'm going to use some white glue. We're gonna need something to dye it with, so I got me some food coloring. We're gonna need a cup of water so we could dilute our glue. And we're going to need our activator, which we're using borax today. So in order to use our activator, we got to dilute it first. So let's dilute it first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a cup of water. I got myself a cup of water right over here. We're going to put a tablespoon of borax into our cup of water. Luckily, I have a trusty funnel right here, so I'm gonna pop that right on in and dump us. All right. Now we're gonna mix this up nice and good, so let's give it a good mix. Make sure you put a cap on it. Put my cap on it, and we'll mix it up. All right, now we're going to put that to the side because we'll use that at the very end. So let's get our cup and let's start putting some glue in. So I'm going to make a good amount of slime here today. So I'm going to use a fourth of a cup of a measuring cup here. We're going to put our glue in. All right, we're going to dump that right into our cup. And if you want to use your stirrer here to scrape a little bit of that glue out, you most certainly can. All right, so we got our glue. Now we're going to have to dilute the glue, so we're going to do about the same amount, equal part glue to water. So we're going to take our water. Instead of trying to pour it in here, I like just to dunk my measuring cup in. I'm going to put it right on in. All right, we'll put these items to the side now. We don't need them anymore. So now we got our water and glue mixture. We got to stir it around nice and good for us. We want the glue and the water to get all mixed together. So go ahead and take a minute, stir everything around, go the other way. Now we got to decide what color slime we want. So I grabbed some red food coloring. But the red food coloring, when you mix red with white, you get... What color do you think we're going to get? I think we're going to get some pink. So let's continue stirring. See what color we got. Yeah, looks like a pink color, red and white. Gives us more of a pink color. Got that stirred nice and good. All right, now it's time to add our borax solution. So let's get our borax solution in. And everything is equal parts. So we did a fourth a cup of glue, a fourth a cup of water. Now we're going to do a fourth a cup of our borax solution. So let's take our borax solution. We'll do about a fourth a cup. Dump it on in. And then we're going to start stirring. So let's stir that up. That should make our... There it is. Starting to make our slime. Do you see that? All right. So after we stir it around for a minute, I like to get on in there and just start playing with it in my hands here. All right, so check out our slime. So this is our borax, water, and glue slime. The slime's pretty cool. This is the first slime recipe I remember making. Now if your slime breaks apart too quickly, like if you pull too quickly and starts to break, just add a little bit more water into it. Throw some water in there, play with it in your hands. I'll get it nice and slimy again. So we got our slime. So what I like to do is we're going to throw some of these styrofoam beads in there. So in order to do that, I'm going to need a bigger container. I'm going to get some styrofoam beads. Just dump a whole bunch in here. I get a bigger container so we don't make such a big mess. Get those styrofoam beads everywhere. All right, now we're just going to slap our slime in there. I'll start playing with it here. Let's get all those beads everywhere. So sometimes these beads have a tendency to dry out our slime. So what I like to do is sprinkle a little more water into our slime. Then play with our slime with these beads in there. All right. So we're getting all these beads everywhere. So it's like we're making our own foam here. All right, hope you guys had fun with this recipe. We got foam slime. All right, now that we're done with our foam slime, let's make another type of slime. So now we're gonna make like a fluffy slime. This one's really super soft. It's awesome. I love this one. So for this one, instead of a cup, I'm gonna use like a paper plate bowl. So it's still deep enough here so we could put all of our glue and stuff like that in, and big enough where we could stir it around and make a big mess. So the first thing we're going to need is our glue again. We're going to need our stirring stick. And our secret ingredient is going to be shaving cream. And then our activator for this one is going to be some liquid starch. So let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is put our glue in our bowl. And we're going to do 1/4 cup. There we go. Dump that right into our bowl. We could use our little stirring stick again to scrape out all that stuff in there. So the last one, we use water to kind of thin out the glue. So today we're going to use shaving cream to thin out the glue. So we're going to fill it up with shaving cream. If you've ever made puffy paint before, it's very much what this is. So to make puffy paint, you use glue and shaving cream. So that's what we're doing. We're mixing our shaving cream with our glue. So we got to mix it around really good. Fold all that glue into the shaving cream. All right, once we got it mixed around good, now we can add our food coloring. So for our foam slime, we use red or pink to make pink. Today I'm going to use some green for our fluffy slime. So let's put some green drops all in here. I like watching it run and bleed into it. All right, now we're going to stir it around some more. All right. I love how that green mixes into the white shaving cream. So let's mix it around. So the next step to make our slime is going to be the activator. And remember, we're not using any of the borax for our activator today. We are going to be using liquid starch. So I'm going to get my tablespoon. And we use 1/4 cup of glue, a whole bunch of whipped shaving cream. To start off with, I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of the liquid starch. If I need to add a little bit more, I can. 2 and 3. And if our slime is still really sticky, that's when we'll add a little bit more of the liquid starch. How's that coming along? Looks good. Now here comes the fun part. After it's all mixed in nice and well, we get to pick it up and play with it. Woo! That is sticky on my hands. So let's add a little bit of more of the into our slime. There we go. Then we'll fold it in. Check it out. This slime is super soft. Let's play with it for a minute here. Kind of knead it with our hands. Get everything mixing nice and well. All right. So if you need a good place to store your slime, you could do like a disposable Tupperware, or you could do, I like to do like a Ziploc baggie. It's a good place to store our slime too. So the cool thing about using the shaving cream, it's nice and fluffy. And it smells pretty good too. It has a nice little smell to it. I still get the kind that's for sensitive skin so it doesn't smell too much. It's our slime here. Now, I don't know about you, but once I get some slime, I could be playing with it forever. You know what sounds like a good idea? You want to mix this slime with our let's mix this slime with our foam slime. Get all laid out right there. Let's grab some of our foam slime. Ready to do some mixing? Let's mix it around. Well, thank you for joining us here at the Riverside Public Library for our stream/STEM activity of slime. Hope you guys learned a few things. I hope you guys had fun. And we'll see you next week. Bye.